Back. This is a little different one to what we have been doing the last few months. If anyone's been following along since I moved back to the US, you'll see we built the shop. Well, we didn't build the actual framework, but we built everything inside it. This is what we come up with. It's been super solid, but there was one area back here that we kind of left vacant for a reason. Whoop. And we've collected some boards, and what we're going to work on today is this is actually going to be the powder coating room. So I'm not trying to do big parts or wild anything, but any little part that I've built over the years, I would prefer to powder coat it, and I would prefer not to take like 50 tiny parts to the powder coaters, and the time it takes to drive there, drop it off, pick it up, it's honestly not worth my time. So I like to have my little powder coater. So I bought this super cheap oven, like it's super cheap. It's another Amazon purchase. So I might have seen it in my story a while ago, but super cheap oven. It's all we need for what we're gonna do. Basically, if the part can fit in there, we'll be able to coat it. So I got that, and then I have a gun, like powder coating gun, that I've had for like a long time now, since right at the start of this channel when we thought we were going to try and get to FD. I bought a lot of stuff. We sort of built that car to 90%, and you know, that just never happened, but I still have a lot of stuff left over. So we got the gun and some powder and stuff from back then. So we're going to get started on this now. We're going to try and get this room built today, and hopefully by the end of this weekend we land some powder on some steel. We got all our little bash bars and tiny little brackets that we want to get done. So that's actually honestly the main reason why we're building this now, is because kind of at the crunch time where I need these parts. So it's kind of forced me to build it. So we're going to, it's not going to be the nicest building in the world, but it's going to work. So we're going to get this thing done now. We're going to whip it together. It's going to be pretty simple, but it's going to keep all the powder in one area. That's why we're doing it, because when you spray that powder, it goes everywhere. So we just kind of want to build a little room so it's all in one spot, so we can keep the powder under control, and should be a good thing. So anytime we build a little bracket from now on, you don't have to, like, the thing that sucks about painting is you kind of got to, you prep it, then you got to kind of should really etch prime the steel, or you can get some nice paints that do have etch primer, but then you got to take it outside usually. Or if you're in Michigan here and it's cold, you kind of want to do it inside, because it ain't going to work outside. So then you got to find a nice area, not coat everything around you in paint, spray it, and then you got to wait for it to dry. And then you usually get impatient because you kind of wanted to get that part on, make sure it fits. Then you put it on, and then you wreck the paint. Anyway, little parts, we're going to be powder coating. So you can literally hang it up, blast the powder on it, stick it in the oven, pull it out. By the time it's cool enough to touch, you can install that baby. So like maybe a, I don't know, 20-minute process from start to finish of a little part. So it's kind of cool. You can continue what you're doing, and nothing can stop you. So yeah, let's get this room built. Alright, so you've seen a few panels go up there. We've just run out of screws, so I'm going to go to the shop and buy some more screws, but we're getting there. It's coming along pretty good. I do have some fun little panels I'm going to have to cut for all these. Seal up all those corners. I'm probably going to buy some expanding foam, fill up all around the edges, because I find that's like kind of not the nicest looking, but it's kind of the easiest one to use. So we'll get that done. Cut these panels behind us, get that screwed on. once we come back with some longer screws, put a panel in here, and then this is kind of going to be the door, door. It's just going to be a piece of timber that can slide, nothing super fancy going on there, but yeah, that's what's going to be. That's how we're going to get in and out of this thing. So I probably could honestly have like a hinge door. I don't know. We'll have a look. While I'm out, maybe something sweet will come to mind and we'll work out something cool. But for the moment, it's just going to be a piece of wood that slides. Maybe I'll buy a couple of hinges while I'm out. I'll see what we can come up with that's in the budget. But all in all, it's getting there pretty good. Should have this thing knocked up today. I think the oven's going to be in the corner. Then we're going to have our little frame here for powder coating, and maybe a little bench over in the corner here to sit the stuff on. So she's not going to be the fanciest thing I've ever built in my life, but it'll be nice just to have everything encapsulated in here. So let's go buy some screws so we can get back into it. We've been jamming away here, made a pretty good mess, to be honest with you. It's kind of one thing that sucks, is all this wood dust and everything, but is what it is. This is our room. We've got it all kind of sealed up. I really need to buy some like gap sealant to finish it, but we want to get some powder coating done. Here's the room. Yeah, baby. So got our oven. We made this little bracket up from some scrap we had laying around. Couple of pins on there, stop it moving. We've got it wedged in there. We can open our doors all the way, because the most fun part, if anyone's ever done any powder coating or anyone's going to have a go, is pulling the parts off the rack and sliding them into the oven. That's where you usually make the most mess. So got the doors as open as much as we can in here. Set it up so if I did eventually be able to find a bigger oven to do what I want to do, we've got room for some expansion and growth here. Now we're going to set up our cable that we're going to hang our parts on. I got like a little wheel frame out there. Maybe we'll modify that potentially, or contemplating honestly just putting a support from this side across to there and then hanging it above us here, so we can kind of have it at a nice height that we can get around. We can move it left to right, and then we can go from here to the oven. So I honestly think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a kind of bracket up over this side, tie it onto here, then one from somewhere maybe here, tie it over to here, and then we can have our support. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. Makes the most sense in this kind of area we've got to work in. It's a really small area, but I just don't want to waste any more space. The shop's not really set up for wasting bulk space, so this is it. Kind of pretty happy. We've done a fair bit today. Got everything pretty sealed up so powder coating dust won't get on everything. And yeah, hopefully by the end of they've got some cars to tune and stuff tonight and mess around with, so I'm going to have to leave this project for now. Come back to it tomorrow. Hopefully get this knocked out, and you guys will be seeing in a week some powder getting laid on some E92 parts. So we managed to get everything done in one weekend here, which is super successful. I've done a few other things this weekend, but we're done with the powder coating room. Let's have a look at it. I've laid down some powder. Got my plastic here catching everything. I got this one I had in the oven heating up, which is the Winters bash plate. This is the diff cover. This is actually a 2-stage powder for that. Probably should have showed you, but we laid down like a grey which turns to silver, and then this purple is the colour. So we got our oven. We got that bacon in there now. So we'll see what I'll wait and see what that comes out and show you guys what that actually comes out like. Got it set to 250 on each element and the timer just so we don't accidentally leave it on. We got our powder on this. We got our little machine here. I've got it turned up to max. Super simple, like it's got a foot pedal down on the floor, just under my foot there. Hit that, green light comes on. I got my little Energizers, this goes up to my copper wire, and yeah, it's all pretty simple. So I picked this thing up off Amazon as like a return item. That one there was $95. Picked up this off Amazon also, which was $110. And the rest of it is, I probably have another $100 in just materials and some stuff I had laying around. So we're about $300 in on this kit. I did order a regulator because at the moment I've got my shop, this is shop air. I got that turned all the way down and I just did a fitting, but I did order a regulator. It was $24 off Amazon, of course. And then I already had the powder, so this is my black powder here. So we're gonna do the skid plate black, just because those things honestly don't last long. So that's getting done black. And then I have a spare gun from Australia, and then I have some powder and stuff in here. So yeah, so it should be pretty sweet. But yeah, anyone that wants to do that themselves, building your own powder coating room, honestly not that hard, and like the time this saves doing this compared to messing around trying to paint stuff and everything, it's pretty sick. So yeah, and you get like a really good product at the end of the day. So yeah, the doorway is maybe not the most perfect thing, but it's gonna do. Couple of Ace Hardware hinges there. We'll get that set up, little chain or a little latch or something, I don't know. I've got a screw here and a screw in there, so I might just put a little chain on that door. But yeah, so we had that fired up. We're gonna call that done. These are the couple of bits that we have finished, and I actually installed a couple of bits on the car, and then all the spare parts are actually I put upstairs with the jigs just so they didn't get lost. But that's our diff hat cover that you've seen sitting in the oven there, and we got one of these arms bolted on. So everything's coming together pretty good. Having that powder coating oven's gonna make life pretty sweet. So it was a little off topic from the drift car, but all part of the car stuff, guys. So thanks for watching. Let's get on to the next one.